Banking. Commercial bank. Commercial bank. A bank is that financial institution which accepts deposit from the people and gives loan for the purpose of consumption or investment. Besides commercial bank, these days perform various other functions such as credit creation, transfer of funds, agency function and general services. In commercial bank, its main role is credit creation. Credit creation is done by the commercial bank. In economy, there are two sectors. One is public and other is bank. In two sectors, banks and public both are involving in credit creation in the economy. This is public as a human being which deposit its money in banks and take a loan from the banks when it's required. This is bank. Bank play a medium role as a mediator of people and who have surplus money, they deposit in bank and banks give interest. Same time, some person who needs extra money, who wants loan from bank gives loan to the borrowers and take interest from the people. There is a difference between banks loan and interest between borrowers and depositor. In credit creation, assumptions which are is fractional reserve banking system. Second, demand deposits only, no excess reserve and no cash leakage in credit creation. For example, let us discuss required reserve ratio, that is known as RRR. RR known as required reserve ratio. Suppose it is 20%. Jack puts $200 into the bank as an initial deposit. Every person is deposit his money in banks for safe and future use. In first round of credit creation, that is dollar that is deposited in public deposits his 200 rupees in banks. This is first round. Public deposit its rupees into bank. And what does bank? It's 200 rupees. As per RR, required reserve ratio, when bank deposit 200 rupees and in 200 rupees 25% of that 200, that is 50 rupees. 50 rupees bank kept as a reserve for future and remaining 150 rupees that he issued to the public as a loan for future. Now second round it is started for credit creation. After second round creation, public again deposit 150 rupees in banks and banks as per CRR kept 150 rupees 20% of 150 rupees, that is 12.5 rupees, and remaining balance is 112 rupees 50 paise and gives loan to the public. As per next third round started, in public deposit 112.5 rupees in banks and bank as RR ratio 25% of 112.5 rupees kept as reserve and remaining balance 84 rupees and gives loan to the public. first round public deposit 200 rupees in banks and bank kept 25% of 200 and remaining balance is used as advancing loan to the public. And public again deposits in bank 150 rupees and for 150 rupees again kept banks 25% as a reserve and remaining balance issue as a loan. And this process is going on. And the last, the value credit creation. In first round is 200 rupees. In second round, that is credit creation, and third round is 105 rupees. In fourth round, 84 point rupees. Fifth round, 63 rupees point. Sixth round, 7th round, 8th round, and 9th round. Total, how much credit creation is with 200 deposits? How much banks create a credit creation? For calculation of credit creation, the formula is bank multiplier या money multiplier equal to 1 upon required reserve ratio. As per this formula, total deposit increments is initial deposit into banking multiplier. Now we put the value how much credit creation by the bank. That is, remember, required reserve ratio is 500. Jack puts 200 rupees as an initial demand deposits. Now we discuss 25%. Bank multiplier is 200. So total demand deposit is increment, initial deposit into banking multiplier. Total deposit increment is 200 rupees into 4 equal to 800. The maximum amount of deposit created is 800 rupees. This is a credit creation of commercial bank. This is use this formula and create credit creation, and banks 200 deposit, initial deposit, and kept 25% as a reserve and multiply and create creation 4 times, that is 800 rupees. Now we discuss process of money creation. Commercial bank credit money in the form of credit to the borrowers. Therefore, money creation or credit creation by the commercial bank is also called credit creation by the commercial bank. Here the question is arise for 1 marks, that is, who is credit creator? Who create credit creation? So the answer is commercial bank is credit creation. Credit creation is done by the commercial bank, but credit control is done by the central bank. Note the following observation carefully to understand how commercial bank credit create. First, let us assume that all banks in economy receive cash deposit is rupees 10,000. Now we discuss second example. These are demand deposit of the people for cash with the bank as deposit. There is the liability of bank as such reserve. There is keep as assets. The banks are guided by their historical experience that all the depositors never withdraw their deposits at a single point of time. Therefore, banks find it safe to keep only a part of the deposit as reserve and lend the rest of as loan to the borrower. Let us assume that banks find it safe to keep their reserve only 10% of the demand deposit. For 10,000, that is initial deposit, and 10% for a cash reserve for a future, that is 1,000 rupees. Therefore, keeping cash reserve with 10,000 rupees, can bank handed liability of 10,000. The necessary cash reserve which is need to required cash reserve, that is 1,000 rupees. The excess reserve is 9,000. What does 9,000 rupees of bank at that money? The bank can safely lend 9,000 rupees as loan and earn interest income, but the banks never offer loan in cash. This is main point in credit creation, which is that banks never offer loans in cash. An account is opened in the name of the borrowers and the amount is reflected as a credit items in the account. Thus, banks continue hold 10,000 when 9,000 is loan, फिर 9,000 deposit, next loan 10 plus 19,000. Primary deposit is 10,000, secondary deposit is 9,000 which is borrowed to the person, and next again it is deposited to the other account, it is secondary deposits. Total deposits of banks now are 10,000 as a primary deposits plus 9,000 which is secondary. Total is 19,000. The required reserve ratio of 10% total is, that is 192. But bank continue to hold cash reserve 10,000, so that still there are excess reserve as under, that is 801 rupees, and the process is going on, and the last bank demand deposit 10,000, liability asset 10,000, 9,000, 800, 100, 700, 7,290, and the process is going on till the excess reserve is exhausted. And the last one is, that is total credit creation of initial deposit, that is 10,000, and the credit creation is done by 1 lakh rupees by the commercial bank. So this is the process of credit creation of commercial bank, and the credit is created by the commercial bank in the economy.